Hello viewers, today I'm going to show you how to change your spark plugs on your vehicle. I'm doing this on my 2003 Toyota Tundra, but the procedure is more or less the same on all cars. This vehicle has a V8 engine, so there's four spark plugs here and four on the other side. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and same thing on the other side. So I'm going to go over a few things that you need first. To do this job. It's a very simple job with some basic tools. You can do it yourself, and it's a good tune-up procedure. You're going to need some wrenches, socket wrenches, and some extensions. You are also going to need I have another one right here. I've got a 10mm socket right here to open up these bolts to access the spark plugs. You're going to need some kind of lubricant or penetrating oil. I'm going to spray it into the spark plug so it frees it up and it makes it easier to come out. You're also going to need a spark plug socket, a deep socket, and obviously new spark plugs. I'm using autolite spark plugs here. You could use whatever spark plugs you would like, and some anti-seize for the boots and the spark plugs. It's just added security. So let me get started, and let's do this tune-up. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take out these 10mm bolts. It's a good idea to do it one at a time so that you don't mix up your wires. Sometimes the wires can be easily mixed. But what I'm doing here is I'm just going to open one. I'm going to spray some. And let me unplug this wire right here so it makes it easier. A lot of cars don't have these kind of boots that have a plug over here, so they will just pull off with the wire hanging. So it's a good idea to remember where you took this off from. So I'm going to keep it right here so I know it came off from the first one. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my spray some in there, and that's going to soak in while I'm taking off the other spark boots. Also, while the spark plug is out, you want to be careful that you don't drop anything into this hole right here, because that's going to go right into your cylinder, and that's not going to be good. It's time to take the spark plug out, and to do that you're going to need your spark plug socket, which is right here, and I'm going to put it onto an extension and drop it in there. See if one will do. It looks like it will. I'm just going to put two, and you always want to remember that it's you do not want to over tighten these, and it's opening counterclockwise and closing it clockwise. So try to keep your hand as vertical as possible. Rotate, and I'm going to use my other ratchet. So there's the old plug right here, and actually it does not look too bad at all. The plugs don't look really bad at all, but I'm just gonna go ahead and change it out since I took it out already. So let's go ahead, do number 2. So these spark plugs that I have, they will need to be gapped at 0.032. I found that number from my manual that I have. Even when you're buying the spark plug, you'll be able to figure that out as well. It's usually written on the spark plug too. So you adjust the spark plug gap using this tool, and you just insert it to the desired gap that you want. So I've already done that. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to place this washer that came with the spark plug, this crush washer. You want to make sure that this tiny hinge part goes this way. So that's going to go on there. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this anti-stuck, anti-seize paste, and I'm going to rub it all around these threads on all 4 of these plugs. That's going to make sure that the plugs come out without being broken inside. The next time I do this maintenance, I'm just going to make sure that they come out easily. So the first thing to do is just hand tighten it, and then you can apply a little more pressure. You do not need to over tighten or tighten these too much. They're just need to be tightened just enough. Okay, so that's hand tightened. So we're going to repeat the process on these other 4 as well. Final, give them a little tug tight. That's good. Like I said, they do not need to be tightened up really hard, just a little bit. If you have a torque range, you can also find out the torque settings for these spark plugs, and you could use that. And that's pretty much it. What else I'm going to do is I'm going to use this paste for the boots. Put some of this inside this little hole right here so that the boots don't get stuck. And that's pretty much it. Once you've got all these plugs in, all you have to do is just tighten up the 10mm bolts, and your spark plug change is done. I'm going to repeat the same process on the other side, and this is how you change the spark plugs on your car. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching.